We hereby commence the commemorative ceremony of
a growing tribute to those who made the ultimate sacrifice for their country.
the European Council.
Ukraine's president, with his Western allies, pay their respects and pause to remember. The leaders then gather in person and via video link in a show of strength against Vladimir Putin and of solidarity in the face of increasingly divisive rhetoric from the White House.
We must do everything in our power to enable Ukraine to secure a just and lasting peace.
No one wants more peace than the Ukrainian people, but they want a just and a lasting peace.
President of the European Council.
Their goal all too clear, and Donald Trump says he wants peace too. But the absence of any public message from him at this summit to mark the third anniversary of Russia's war points to a differing in views on how it can be achieved. Volodymyr Zelensky needing all his partners to be on side.
We hope that we can finish this war this year, not in 3 years. It's very, very difficult. Very difficult for all our nation to go through this war.
Here we go.
This was the moment Ukraine's worst nightmare began. Explosions across the country as Moscow's forces attacked. Exactly 3 years ago, Russian missiles slammed down on this city. The air raid sirens sounded and the country was plunged into crisis. Back then, the United States stood squarely behind Ukraine against Russia. Today, with Donald Trump once more in the White House, it's far less clear where America's loyalties lie. One man who knows both the American and Ukrainian leaders well is Britain's former Prime Minister.
It's ghastly to hear some of the language that's been coming from Washington about who started the war and Zelensky being a dictator. We all know that those are complete untruths. But I remain actually optimistic about Ukraine and about their chances of success.
For Ukraine's people, most want an end to the fighting and a chance to rebuild their lives. We visit some temporary accommodation outside Kyiv, funded by an American donor. It shelters dozens of families forced to flee their own homes because Russia now occupies the land where they once lived.
Let them take their troops and leave. The war will end immediately. All of this chaos will end. That's my opinion.
A complete Russian withdrawal is something the White House has called unrealistic. But these people aren't giving up hope.